Today, my friends, we got not only one guide with one team, but really three teams in one guide for you here today with the Endless Strawberry Cake Tower Tray 40 here for us as we take on Doomstar X-1 Protection Unit. I know this thing's been a doozy. It is one of the most watched videos here on my channel, at least for now and within the last month. So we're going to break this thing down even more for you and give you three new teams. Yes, that's correct. Not one, but three. So that's going to have four total teams get by this. And we got three different ones here to give it to you here today. Thank you as always for tuning in. If you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you have a question, if you have a comment, feel free to drop it down below, all that fun stuff, and come join us in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. We got a lot of fun, a lot of help in there, so thank you to everyone for that, as always. So as I was saying, we're doing not just one guide and one team, we're doing three teams and one guide for you here today, and I'm excited to break it all down. You can find each of those teams in the timestamps. We do and are doing something a little bit different in terms of our strategy for each of them, so you definitely got to hang out and find out what that's all about. Now, a couple things as always, we're going to go through our 4 T's here. That's the tactics, the team, the treasure, and the toppings in order to help you succeed and take down Doomstar X-1 Protection Unit here today. So let's get into it about this first and foremost. As always, this is the Endless Strawberry Cake Tower Tray 40, the boss here, Doomstar X-1 Protection Unit. A couple things. We have our special conditions. First and foremost, min cookie level is 70, min skill level is 70, min cookie grade is 5-star, bonds, sugar, gnome, laboratory, costume sets, everything, topping bonus, doesn't matter. The biggest thing that does matter here for these are your biscuits, my friends. Huge. So getting the substats on the biscuits makes a big difference here. Obviously anything to 80 for both the cookie skill level and on top of that the regular level makes a huge difference. And if you can get something above, we don't have that for all of our cookies. You see Crème Brûlée there does have one ascension. However, again, you can do it with all 5-star cookies. So big piece. Now, in terms of the boss, Doomstar X-1 Protection Unit, a couple things around this. It has autonomous protection system, gains immunity from all debuffs, restores 2% of max HP every 5 seconds. This is such a pain. You have to burn this thing down so fast and get through that because it keeps healing. I know I've seen tons of that in the video on the comments. So we're going to focus again on some of these things here for you today. Now, if you're curious, you can check out the other video, and I will have it down below when you're looking for another one to watch. Here we go. Autonomous interception system attacks one random target with each strike. Again, RNA can make a difference. We have energy barrier, gains a hit shield. This thing's got like 30 hits. You have to get this thing down quick. The longer it's up, the faster this thing's going to heal. That's a pain. We also have planet destroyer, deals damage to targets within a certain area. The targets become zapped and shocked, my friends. And then last but not least, we have EMP field, fires an EMP projectile at the nearest target, dealing damage to it and other targets within the impact range and silencing them, my friends. That is also a very painful thing that slows you down. Now here in terms of the effects, we got this buff. If we can place 3 cookies of level 50 or higher, we're going to get 20% on our ranged cookies for their attack. Huge. We're going to be able to take care of that because everything is going to be at 70 regardless. So you will get that boost. The boost helps, I promise. It makes a big difference here for your teams. So, you know, pay attention to that, and you can see that in this team here. This is going to be our first team for us to cover here today. We're stealing a couple pieces from the other one, but not everything. So here, this is a no heal team, my friends. You don't need healers. Absolutely do not. What we are focused on is that range damage here with Rye and Crème Brûlée. We're taking advantage of Captain Caviar still. We have Stormbringer in the front end. And again, I'm a free-to-play player. We were able to get this in free-to-play. You can check all my guides out on how to get these cookies. And on top of that, Linzer for that amplified suspect. So that is exactly what we're doing. Each of these ones have multi-hits. So it makes a huge difference there to get by. Again, this is our no heal team to help make this thing happen. In terms of our treasures, we're on attack and cooldown here. You could go with the crit instead. Again, makes a little bit of RNG when we say that. You could also think about Sleepyhead's Jelly Watch. We're talking about Grim Looking Sigh. You could maybe go with the defense if you need it here. Again, because there is no healer, that can make a huge difference for you. Let's go ahead now and talk about our gear, which is the toppings and biscuits. As always, we recommend Resonant or Radiant when it makes sense. On top of that, my friends, no pun intended, we got all the guides for you here on the channel and available down below in the playlist. You can check those out for each of these cookies. Generally, when it comes to biscuits, they're going to be on legendary. They're generally going to be level 20. You can go to level 30 now, because that was in the last update part of this one. You can certainly do that. That's going to make a huge difference in your cookies. And then generally, I'll be on 2 to 3 for each of these biscuits. So here we're on crit, your biscuit. This one's a great biscuit. I made a lot of investment in that. Then we have Captain Caviar. We're actually on cooldown. We're not on attack here. We want to make sure that things keep getting off. This biscuit does have 4 as well. Then we go to Linzer. Linzer, we're actually on speed. We want that to happen to make sure that we can get all the suspect pieces in there. In terms of our biscuit, we do have damage resist, and HP. We need that survivability there. In Rye, we're on attack. We aren't on crit. You could consider crit for this one if you wanted to. The biscuit, we just have attack. So as an example, and there it's not even at level 20, my friends. Then Crème Brûlée here, we're on attack, and this biscuit is at 20, damage resist, bypass, and crit percent. So again, not maxed. These ones are maxed. They have some good stuff. Here we're actually on 30 with Stormbringer. So it does make a huge difference. We didn't have that in the last video. Stormbringer, I definitely made that upgrades to make it happen and a little bit stronger. So that is where we're at with this team. Let's go ahead with our first team, the no heal team here against Doomstar, and make this happen for us here today. As always, we got swag and merch available to you. You can check it out. It's a nice way to support the channel. There we go. Taking this thing down quickly. 140 left. Now watch what's going to happen. Look at how much damage and how quickly we can keep that up. We got the suspect in there, allowing us to deal even more damage because it goes right on through, my friends. Here we go. Here we go. Now again, still no healers. Look at this. We're doing pretty good against this thing. All right. Almost there. This one just absolutely rips. Look at that, 40 seconds left. You don't even need a healer, my friends. We got so many multi-hits going on here and so much high velocity damage happening. It makes a huge difference. Consistency as well, because we're more focused on the attack than the crit. If you go the crit route, you might even be able to burn it down much faster. So there, my friends, is our very first team for the Endless Strawberry Cake Tower here against our buddy Doomstar X-1 Protection Unit. Time for our second team. Let's break this one down. This one's a little bit different. We'll talk about this one as well. We're doing something a little bit unique because we do have our new friend here, Mystic Flower. I wanted to do this one for one key reason here. And that reason is the fact that this is a new cookie that I know many of you have pulled and commented on my videos already. Instead of Mystic Flower, you could use something like Parfait Cookie or Rockstar or another healer in here. It is not necessarily needed. However, in this case, I was able to get by. What this one really is focused about is electric type damage. That's what we're doing. So we're focused on getting Twizzly's multi-hits and also Stormbringer here. Again, I'm a free-to-play player. We did get this one free-to-play. You can check the guide out here on the channel. Stay at it for your light of apathy, as I like to say. And then on top of that, we're still using Crème Brûlée. Crème Brûlée is not going to deal as much damage because of the fact that we don't have the crit focused here, but can take advantage of the attack and cooldown. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And again, you can use some of those similar things that we talked about in terms of the treasure swaps, in terms of the gear here. Again, all the guides here available to you on the channel. Check them out. Everything else is still the same. Twizzly, we're on crit. Our biscuit here is cooldown, crit percent, bypass. And then we just did a video here on this cookie, Mystic Flower. We're not maxed. We only have damage resist on it as well. And we're on cooldown. You can check that guide out here on the channel. So let's go ahead. Again, areas for improvement, I'm calling out for you to help you think about what you can do a little bit differently with your team. So again, this one is more electric focused damage, taking again advantage with Linzer and amplifying some of those effects. We're getting a lot of buffs from Mystic Flower here as well. Maybe use Snapdragon as another alternative there, an example. But what you're going to see is how quickly we can rip through a lot of that stuff just like that with Twizzly Gummy. The other thing that you're going to find is generally we keep getting the Doomstar right around that 140 mark. There we go. You can see there's the suspect on there. Here we go with this team as well. Lots and lots of damage in there. Huge, huge, huge. Keeping everything in and on. Halfway, my friends. It's going to be close. 140. Oh, we're down to a final mile here. Now, the thing about this one is it's a little bit closer. We may end up needing to run this again. We'll see if we can snap in just enough here at the end, and we got it. Look at that. So something a little bit different. If you don't first succeed, try again. Again, we get the 5-star Ascension looking there for our Mystic Flower, something a little bit different and calling out as well. And then again, that team is predicated off electric type damage. Couple things that you could do. You could sub out Mystic Flower. You could change some other things around there, maybe with Crème Brûlée, but focus on multi-hitters or a different healer. All right, that is number 2, my friends. That means we got one left for you here today in order to help take down Endless Strawberry Cake Tower, Tray 40, and our friend Doomstar X-1 Protection Unit. And here we are for our third and final team, my friends. We're going to do something a little bit different with this one too. We're going to give you this concept, but actually with a couple of different blends that you can try out as well. It does not work every time. It is heavily predicated on RNG. Could also just be to where my cookies are at and some of the investments I've made in these ones. However, we're going to walk through it for you here today. It is called the Light Speed Team, my friends. Something different relative to the other ones here. We got a 1 and a 2. Like we talked about, this one was more of the ranged, pure raw damage. Here we got the electric type damage. And here we have our friends, the last and final one, more of a speed light construct. Now, additionally, as you can see, pretty much Crème Brûlée is in every team that we have here for you today. All these cookies, for the most part, are free to play, except for, well, not really. Mystic is also a free to play cookie if you can get through all the 250 draws or draw the cookie like myself here as well. So let's get back to it here today, because this is the one that we have left to close out. Now let's go ahead and talk about it here a little bit. A couple things about this one. It is a need for speed, built for speed. The concept and idea here is really predicated around buffing with light. Getting the additional light stacks here for Crème Brûlée will just allow him to rip. You can do 10 to 12 million, at least in my team, when it connects. You need it to happen at least twice. Now, where RNG on both fronts works well, on the offense, getting those hits in and getting that 10 to 12 million clip in. Again, evading some of the ticks, and then on the defense side, not getting hit by a silent, not getting hit by a shock or zap, and then not getting interrupted as well. So this is the strategy and concept. One of the other things that I have done here is I have ran it also with golden cheese here instead of our friend Captain Caviar. And then the other one as well, my friends, I have actually done it with clotted cream. The very first time I ran this was golden cheese, clotted cream here, all attack, making that happen. So those are some things that I did want to call out. We can actually run it this way first so that you can see it, and then we can come back. Now quickly here in terms of our gear, this is what we're going to be on. Now, as always, we do have all the videos available to you here on the channel for our biscuits and toppings, and as always, making sure that you're using radiant or resonant. So here we're on solid almond. Here's our biscuit. Again, not fully maxed out, so that can make a difference there for us. Madeline also on a epic topping or biscuit as well. We're on crit. Here we're on a attack speed, and then additionally on attack. Here we're on attack. Our lovely golden cheese has a little bit more in terms of the 20, but with cooldown. And then Crème Brûlée here, damage resist, bypass, and crit. Now, all these things could get a little bit better. In terms of my particular team, that would probably also up the likelihood of being able to complete this run a little bit more consistency as well. Want to share these teams and this construct with you so you can see it. We may not be able to get by it today. Oddly enough, for this last one, it's worked really well on my phone, but it has not been as consistent on the PC, which is kind of interesting to see as well. So we're going to do one run with this one. We'll do one run with the second. Otherwise, it could be a ton of runs. And I definitely encourage you to try it if you have these ones built, because try again, as we like to say, can definitely help you get all the way through quickly and get through Doomstar X-1 protection unit. All right, so here we go. We got to get at least one good run in here before we get to that 40-second mark. That makes the huge difference here. If Crème Brûlée can get stacking, we can actually get 3 stacks on this, and it can do a ton of damage. There you go. There's a nice run, but not nearly enough that we needed. We'd like to try and be at least halfway through. There we go. There's a second run. All right, can we unlock one last one here with this team? All right, here we go. Come on, Crème Brûlée. Oh, we got interrupted. We got interrupted, my friends. It was feeling so good. Now, there is one run. I was getting almost too excited because we've been trying this so many times, and then it just doesn't go, and we're like, ah. But like I said, it can happen. I have done it. Am I going to get you proof today? I'm not, because otherwise it could be a 40-minute episode. However, you can join and be a member if you'd like. I will post that for members if you do like to see my fails. All right, so let's go ahead here. We'll change up this to the second one that we were talking about here. In this case, what we're doing again is we're bringing Captain Caviar back into this mix as well. And then on top of that, my friends, here we go. We're going to pull out Clotted Cream, and then we're also going to add in our Mint Choco friend for some additional speed. It does make a nice difference, certainly. And obviously you could also try Captain Caviar instead of Clotted Cream as an additional option there for you. Again, you can see that power level really drop. In terms of gear, we're all on the same stuff here. Captain, we're going to switch over to cooldown actually, and we're on cooldown there. Our biscuits, pretty basic: damage resist, attack speed. Here we got damage resist, attack speed, damage resist, and HP. We could level him up a little bit more to 30, since this is actually a pretty nice top or a biscuit there for us. All right, let's go for it one more time, and then we're going to pull this thing all back together because we've shown you so many teams here today. All right. Here we go. Into the Doomstar it is. Now, same thing's going to hold true here. We got to get 2 good runs in. This again is where that RNG goes. The nice thing is you can just keep doing it over and over and over, and it's not going to cost you anything but maybe emotional frustration, which I know many of you have because I've seen it in the comments, which is why I wanted to make this episode. All right, so again, not quite there. We're right at that 18 million mark, which was similar to where we were at before last time. Are we going to get a good clip? He interrupted us again there. Here we go. Come on, Crème Brûlée. Get a good rip in. Again, another one and another distraction. All right. We will close that down, even though we were not able to defeat it here. Like I said, I promise you, you're going to have to take my word for it, that both those teams do work here today for you in order to overcome Tray 40 and Doomstar X-1 protection unit. As I said, you can watch all my failures on the memberships, as always, if that's something you're interested in. All right, so let's pull it all back together for us here today. We broke down 3 key teams for you outside of the one that we originally used to beat Doomstar X-1 protection unit. Something different, wanted to give you some additional options, and on top of that, we gave you some alternative swaps here for our speed team. Now, the first one, like I said, that we did was amplified damage with our ranged stuff here, taking advantage of the ranged cookies. Additionally, in 2, we're focused on electric damage type. We wanted to throw in the Mystic Flower here as well, because many of you have talked about that in the comments. And 3 here is a light speed team. And like I said, it still works, I promise. I've done it multiple times, like I said, for some reason on my phone versus the PC. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's better at the auto mode. Now, with that, my friends, as always, I hope you enjoyed today's episode as we took down the Doomstar X-1 protection unit for you with a bunch of other teams and bonus teams for you to help you get your way through and give you some other ideas and constructs to help overcome Tray 40. With that, as always, if you still got a question, if you got a comment, let me know, because I'd love to hear from you. I know many of you have watched the last one, which is why I want to put this together for you here today. And with that, would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community here, as always. And I'm a free-to-play player, so I appreciate that. And on top of that, my friends, thank you as always to all of our members. Like I said, I'll put some other stuff up on the membership stuff. If you're interested in it, check it out. Additionally, we have affiliate links for you and a swag and merch store. All nice ways to support the channel, so thank you for that. Don't forget our socials, at me, chat me, my friends. Stay connected. I might feature your stuff here on the channel. It's something that I enjoy doing very, very deeply. And with that, get out there, continue your way up here on the Endless Strawberry Cake Tower Tray, because we got a lot to do. And this is only 40 and 60 more to go. And you can check out the rest here on the channel on your way up. Best of luck with Doomstar X-1 protection unit, my friends. Keep on running.